Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Born to Raise Hell. This is a Steven Seagal movie, and Seagal stars as an Interpol agent who is tasked to go directly after drug traffickers, gun traffickers, high value criminals. He and his team go over to the Balkans to start investigating and find themselves in the middle of a gigantic, gigantic basically cluster situation where they're facing enemies on every side. There's people turning on each other constantly. Very low trust area in this movie. And, Steven Seagal's got to bring everything together and make it work. I'm sorry if this seems like a thin story, but it absolutely is. There's really not much else to say about it. I'm a Steven Seagal fan in the sense that I love his older movies, and his newer direct-to-video stuff is just so cheesy and bad that I end up seeking out all of it to watch. And Born to Raise Hell definitely hit the right buttons for me as far as a terrible Steven Seagal movie. His fight scenes are lazy, but they're not as lazy as they are now. There's actually a little bit of mobility left at this point, and he actually tries a little bit. But he basically just, instead of sitting down like he does now, he stands up and does some like basic martial arts. But again, to me, it's entertaining. To some people, it's like, an affront to their cinematic taste. But I think it's funny, and I'm entertained by it. There's some shootouts. They're very bland. So you got some interesting, Steven Seagal style martial arts. You've got some shootouts, you got some chases, you got some explosions, you got some set pieces. This is like a C-level action movie, and then you've got, Steven Seagal in it. I think really the way you're going to know whether or not you like this movie is if you like Steven Seagal. I would recommend it solely because it's Steven Seagal versus a guy who looks like a scuffed Marlon Brando, which added a lot of fun to the movie for me. But if you're looking for like a just over-the-top action movie, this isn't it. But if you just want like kind of a, basic action movie with Steven Seagal being Steven Seagal, you could do worse than Born to Raise Hell. You could do worse by watching some of his even more recent movies, actually. But Born to Raise Hell for a Steven Seagal direct-to-video, it's corny, it's cheesy. But if you like Steven Seagal and you like seeing his lazy style of martial arts, you'll have fun with this one. If you want to check out more of my reviews, you can go right here on YouTube. I have an entire movie review playlist. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.